We're live, peeps! It's another day of hermits helping hermits. It's Monday again already. God, these weeks, what do? They fly by, don't they? What button am I supposed to press? Ah, there's a group. There's a group already. We're gonna go help Wells Knight today, do some digging. And then we've got a bunch of other things we can do, like tidy up some of our nether tunnels and whatnot. Welcome to everyone tuning in. Appreciate y'all coming by. Last night we did Clash of the Creators. And we streamed yesterday morning. Gosh. And an episode of Hermitcraft went out today. Goodness me. I don't know how I do it sometimes. So yeah, last time we got to hang out together for a bit. Oh, I'm walking the wrong direction. Today it won't quite be so. 4Gil96 is here for 15 months saying XVX waffle and XVX curry when I have time to find an artist to work with, we'll get some more emotes. I mean, it'll happen one day. It needs to happen. I think we need to chuck some of the old unused ones and bring in some new emotes. Sanastratus, thank you ever so much for 7 months. We've got Captain Marshmallow 303 for 2 months. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, by the way, I've got a mod on. I've got a mod right now. It's running, but you probably can't guess what it does. But I think you'll like it without knowing. Very cryptic, I know. I'll tell you what it is later on. But it's running right now, and I like it. But it's interesting. Also, in here we now have this. So I'm going to hit that, and I am now recording all of our audio tracks separately, I believe. Let me check and see if it's made any files. Hasn't made any files yet. Interesting. I wonder if it puts it in memory. I'm just gonna get loads of like memory leaking or something. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I'm recording audio. It should also record my own audio track, so the fact that I don't see a file is slightly concerning, unless it didn't save it to the custom location. This is such a great start to the stream. I'm telling you about mods and then not telling you about them. Then I'm opening up. Now you're looking at an inventory. Oh, this is entertaining. Okay. If it doesn't save, I don't remember where it saves it. If not that spot. Yeah, I don't know. Okay then. Minimize that for now. Actually, I really do feel like I should figure it out because it's the first time I'm using it. Rests of 1926. Thank you so much for the prime. Yeah, give me a second, peeps. I'll just go quickly look it up. It'll only take me a moment. You need to get the blue axolotl sometime. I'm not sure I do. I mean, that's one heck of a grind to get that thing, right? Ah, okay. So it was where I was looking and it would be really obvious. I'll tell you what I could do, actually. I could then stop. Ah, see, it is in that space, and it didn't create any files there. That being said, isn't there supposed to be like a slash? Ah. Oh, I might have done a bad thing. Let me go check. Oh, dang it, this is not how the stream is supposed to start. I think I might have made a slight mistake, right? Because there's a slash after, and I think I accidentally forgot the slash. So this would be worth figuring out now, because I want to test it after the stream and see how it all works. God, I'm slow at navigating here. Config, voice chat, client properties. So I wonder what the computer does when it has an erroneous place. Like, is that file... Whoa. That is so bad. Let me fix that. Huge mistake. Right. I'm going to have to restart the client, I know it. So, wonderful start to the stream. Oh, this is what I'm used to when I tune into an X stream. Just complete bumbling and fuffling around. I've actually got to close that down and launch it up again, so it loads the new config. How was COTC yesterday, says D Santiago. It was good. I was kind of a little worried people wouldn't enjoy the UHC so much, but it seemed like everyone was amped by it. Like, people really enjoyed it. Alondor, welcome over from Impulse. I saw he was streaming. I thought he'd be joining us, but I guess he did his stream and then just passed on the torch. So that was nice of him. Abstract Roses, glad you enjoyed the new video today. And Livian Tom enjoyed it as well. Quite a few of you actually in chat just saying you enjoyed it. That's wonderful. So let's try it again. So this time, right, the location. Why did I close it? The location is now legitimate for the mods. There's no files. I'll stop recording. Actually, even though I've corrected the thing, it's not saving anything. Bummer, but it needs testing. So I guess I won't use that for now. I don't know what's up with that. But it's not saving it to the spot. But yeah, these are some mods that are just gonna help us, you know, create better content. Oh man, I can feel that other mod right now, like kicking in. It's so good. Dang, I wonder if anyone will notice or figure out what this mod is, okay? I want to give you a hint that doesn't give it away. Oh, May School! Dang it! What a great guess! Honestly, like, well done. It's like so tricky. I'm impressed. I guess it is sus. You can suss out what's going on then by watching the video, right? Like, look at the way I'm moving. You talked about it in a... You could have taken all the credit. I did, didn't I? So now we got this. It's going to be changed though, so it doesn't use the cinematic camera default, and it'll be its own separate thing. And the slider will probably end up focusing on like the first 10%. So if I go and adjust this to like 9, now is it more obvious? Hey, there's Hypno. So like, let's now change it to 22, and then it becomes really obvious. So anyway, I'm going to play with it on 4%, I think. So what it should do is just, you know when the camera like shakes really quick, it should just smooth out some of that. And I thought it'd be good for videos and streams. When I watch videos, like especially tutorials where someone's standing and they sort of try and, I don't know if they're aware they're doing it, but like they're talking to the camera and they try and emphasize what they're saying by doing all of this. And sometimes the sensitivity is so strong it can be really off-putting, and I don't think they realize it. So in order to make the video slightly more appealing, subtly, I thought that would be a really cool way, you know, just smooth out the movement a little bit. Johnny B, thank you for 2 months. Matt Flanagan, thank you for subscribing. Bill Boosh, thank you for the Prime. And Hotline Crybaby, here for a donation saying, hi X, hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much. I've had a very busy day, been on the feet a lot. Managed to record and finish an episode this morning, then I was just out at the shops, got some new shoes, had a massive load of sushi and then some pancakes, raspberries and yogurt for dessert. I absolutely treated myself. Oh, you know food makes me happy. Yeah, I had a couple of trays of sushi, it was gorgeous. Last time lady, thank you for 8 months. Vartira 93, thank you for the Prime. I'm really enjoying doing 2 big meals a day, because it really fills me up and it just feels so much more satisfying. Anyway, we'll get into the what's going on over here now. I think I also wanted to fire up my replay mod as well. Let's get that rolling. Might come in useful. Right, I'm gonna go join the other hermits, peeps, and then periodically I'll drop out to say hello to all of y'all. Where are we going? Oh wait, I've got to go back a step.
Me or Joe or Hypno or any of us, but make sure you use it, because I guarantee you every single streamer on Twitch needs the money more than Amazon Corporation does.
Boo!
Oh,
Hey,
he scared
X.
me.
Hey, Xisuma,
Hello.
are you done with this? Are you prepared for some crass commercialization?
I am not, but I am okay with it.
Hey, there's silverfish in here.
Yeah, it's in Extreme Hills.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is goodness.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we need like an introduction to what's going on here.
Well, I gave one already, but you missed it.
Can I get a selfish one?
Yes. Basically, we're digging a hole down to Y level 37.
Ah, okay, so 37, not all the way to bedrock.
Correct, 37.
Okay.
Yeah. What a savings.
And
Yeah,
where
it'll be-
are we at right now? Like,
70-ish. We got about like 75-ish. We got about 40 blocks to go before we're close.
What I meant was, is this your base?
Yes. Oh, yes. This is my base. Welcome. Hi.
Hi. And whereabouts are you on the island? Like,
I'm in like a extreme hills island in kind of the northwestern edge.
yeah, you're
the
like
island?
very, very north, aren't you?
More like west than north, but
I can
North-
picture it in my
north.
head where you are. I know what I mean, even if I make no sense. Which is helpful to no one.
if you need an efficiency 5 pickaxe,
I got him. Don't worry.
you've got one. Okay, cool. Because I'm
geared
gonna
up.
lend one to Pearl. Actually, that's the only other one I have to lend. Pearl's got dibs.
So this whole island is all you, right?
This whole island is all me.
Very cool. And so what's going to be in this hole?
A mob farm.
Ah, now I understand the shape. It's going to be based on water, right? Water
Yes.
flow. Ah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quadruple mob farm.
And do you need to keep the blocks, by the way, that we're going to dig up?
No, there is a chest. There are a bunch of chests up there if you just want to dump them, but you are also welcome to let them despawn or keep them for yourself.
Awesome. I will probably fill up a box of cobble and a box of smooth while I'm here.
Sounds good.
So what was this commercialization that I was hearing all about?
Commercialization. Oh, we were talking about Twitch Prime and how
yeah.
people should use their Twitch Prime subs so that Amazon doesn't keep the money and it goes to a streamer you like instead.
That is a great idea.
I need to get caught up in my chat. I will be back momentarily.
Okay. So what's the talk of the town around here?
What was that, X?
Oh, I was just saying, what's the talk of the town? I think is Joe not in the group chat?
He is. I think
I'm
he
in the-
must have us on mute.
Yeah, I'm in the group chat. I've been muting Wells every time he starts talking about that since I don't have Prime subs on my channel. I don't want people to get confused.
Ah, okay, got ya. Because you're not partnered. You're on both YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, basically the requirements I would have for getting a Twitch affiliation or partnership is that I need to be able to multi-stream and I need to be able to post parts of my stream immediately because I record YouTube episodes during the stream and I don't want to wait 24 hours to upload that content.
Yeah. No, it's a shame they won't like make an exception, you know.
Well, so
Missing
the
out.
I guess we can't really talk about why we were talking to the Twitch people, but you know the Twitch people we were talking to, they told me that they like talked to one of their supervisors, and yeah, I just don't have the numbers to get a custom contract. So you know.
But maybe one day.
Yeah, exactly, one day. Yeah, and
Wait,
the
they
thing
do
is, though,
custom contracts where you can like bypass the normal partner stuff?
Yep.
well, yeah, but like for example, I know Seth Bling got one, but
Oh.
like you know this was something that he got years ago.
Okay.
So, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think I'm more likely to get one of those by holding out and not affiliating or partnering at all, than I am to be a partner and say, hey, can I improve my contract? Right?
I will not say too much because I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but my contract has changed as of per my request since I got my first contract with Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible to negotiate.
Your numbers are also like way bigger than mine at this point, though. So when
When I
think I'll get
negotiated
there.
them, Joe, it was like quite a few years ago. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like I said, I talked to somebody within the last 3 months who told me that I'm not there, so I know I'm
Yeah.
not. I haven't expanded my. Then again, I actually don't know how many followers I have on Twitch because I only look at that number like when I talk to them or when like if I'm have to put if I'm applying for an event, like when I applied for that NASA event where we go to look at rockets and stuff. They're like, you have to list your subscribers and all the services. And since COVID hit, I haven't been going to any NASA events, so I'm never looking at my numbers.
yeah.
Because that would make me go crazy, or it's like I'm already kind of neurotic about stuff like that. So it's just better for me to just be ignorant and just focus on making fun
neurotic
stuff.
about numbers.
Yeah, like it's like, oh no, why is my growth slowed down this month to last month? Like, there's so many things going on in the world that are outside of my control. I don't need to be trying to assign blame to myself if I have a bad month,
Yeah, it's great. It's great to let go of that stuff. I used to look at like stats and numbers like way too often, and then once you let go of it, it's just a stress off of your mind.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, as long as I'm not eating through my savings too fast, I'm doing well enough,
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention to the numbers a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just focus on the experience. That's what I think. Just make sure you're having fun and having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, but hey, speaking of those NASA socials, Hypno, you're in Florida. Once COVID's done and they start doing those again, you should totally consider applying for these. Have you heard about this?
What are you talking about?
So NASA has things where they have like cool stuff they want to show off, but it's like in restricted parts of their facilities and stuff. So they can only let people in who get a background check. They can't like let random tour groups come visit, right?
Right.
And so the idea is that they ask people who have big social media or YouTube followings or whatever, hey, do you want to come visit this secure NASA location? We'll give you a free government background check, and as long as they give you the thumbs up, you can come take as many pictures and do YouTube videos and stuff on like in this like restricted NASA area. I've been to a few of them, and they're awesome. I haven't been to any of the ones in Florida. I usually go to the Alabama ones because it's a lot closer of a drive from me.
Right.
But if there was one that you were applying for, I might want to apply for it too, and then we could hang out,
I see. I haven't really thought about applying to any of those, actually. I didn't even know they were a thing before. It might be something I look into.
Yeah, because it's one of those things, like, I know I'm not going to make money off those videos, but it's like, I get to, like, they let us, like, touch, or, well, not touch. We're not allowed to touch, but, like, it's like we're standing directly next to or above, like, hardware that's going into space. And they're like, you can lean your phone over there to take a picture, but for the love of God, please do not drop your phone on this. This has already been QA'd. Like, This is going in space. Unless somebody really screws up, and it better not be today.
Joe, do you know Smarter Every Day?
No. It sounds like a podcast or something?
It's a channel by a guy, and he's from... I think you'd love him. He's from around Alabama, and he goes to NASA and does videos with them. And
cool.
It makes me wonder if he's using the same scheme to go in there and make videos with them and stuff.
It might be. Hey, Wells, you know what I realized is I don't have a good way, because you have wings or whatever. Or some people do. I don't. How do you want us to put stuff in those chests if we can't get up there?
I got you.
Could you put it on? Okay, cool.
Ladder?
Thank you. Yeah, because I did not bring sticks or...
I mean, you could have given Joe an elytra.
Oh, yeah. Here's the
I
thing,
don't
though.
have an extra of... Oh, wait. Yes, I do, but I don't have extra rockets.
Yeah, I don't want to rush the end game, though. I'm trying to enjoy the early game, really savor it this time around.
Oh, that was what I thought I would do, and then I learned that I hated the early game. I already knew that.
Oh, I love the early game. And, like, this is the first time... Now, since I don't have a day job competing with... Hermitcraft for my time, I actually can spend as much time on it as I want. I always felt rushed the other years because it's like, oh, I can't get too far behind the rest of the server. I guess I should get an elytra now or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the early game just adds friction between like your imagination and like what you can build, because you just have to like walk back and forth more. You gotta run out of materials.
I completely agree.
Things aren't automated. But I mean, there is a charm to the early game. I really like playing the beginning of the game in Clash of the Creators. Like we did yesterday.
Yeah, that was fun. I did, I've been thinking about, like, we were talking about ways to fix the UHC so that creators can play the whole time. Like, I was really disappointed that Pearl didn't get, to play very much. And, like, the more I think about it, it's like, I just maybe think that the UHC is not a good fit for that achievement hunt format type thing, because or that 2-hour kind of team competition, because it really does put a lot of pressure on the folks that aren't dead. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, is there any way I can bail us out of this? It's like, and I've never worked with Avo before, and so, like, we were both doing our best, but you
guys did great. I think you're overthinking it. Like,
well, I'm just saying, it felt discouraging to have 2 of my team members dead, And like, so maybe it was still entertaining for people to watch, but it didn't feel like I was being entertaining in the same way as like the other ones did. Like it wasn't. It was the least fun. And the thing is though, I'm not trying to like say like, oh, you screwed up, X. I'm saying like, you're experimenting, you're trying new things, and I want to encourage you to keep trying new things. But like, the more I think about that particular new thing, I'm like, you know, I think we gave that one a good go. We learned from it.
Yeah, well, I would be in the same camp until I heard the reaction from the others, because when we got in the lobby, like, there was so much enthusiasm. People really enjoyed the intensity, but that was probably from the teams that managed to survive it.
Yeah, that was the thing though, is like, it was super tense for the other teams too. And yeah, so that tension is great, but like, losing a team member permanently is the opposite.
The issue is that you've been invited to turn up and do a thing live, and you know, yeah, you can do that for a UHC, but what's normally expected of Clash of the Creators is that you're there for the whole 2 hours with your team, and that it probably is worth sticking to. Oh, here comes Silverfish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's in Extreme Hills, so that's gonna happen.
They're gonna do digging for us. Ah.
Are you getting wrecked by a silverfish?
Nah, not wrecked. Maybe poked.
I haven't run into one yet. I'm sure I will, though.
Yeah, I don't know how they generate, but there was just like a cluster of them all of a sudden. Oh, I want to
It seems like they usually generate in like clusters.
Probably like ores, right?
You know, there's an answer to that question in the game code, and I'm kind of fascinated as to what it would be.
Sounds like a fascinating Mythbusters video.
Yeah, I don't do those sorts of things too much anymore. It's so difficult when you can't read the code to like figure out stuff like that. There's like a surface area of things that you can do, and then it just gets too technical to just do without reading the code. I got a silverfish head.
Very nice.
Woohoo!
You know, I wonder too, even if they aren't spawning in clusters initially, are we punching them as soon as the first one spawns, you know? And then you end up with a bunch of them.
Oh, I don't need iron. Does anyone need iron?
Nope.
I mean, I'll take it.
There's loads around here, Joe. I'll fortune it all for you.
Oh, thank you.
So does that mean you got a iron farm, Hypno?
No, it means I've done some mining with a Fortune 3 pickaxe, and I'm good on iron right now.
Ah, cool.
Nice. Yeah, I'm doing a decoration with the iron ore. I found it goes well with the tuff and the dripstone to kind of unify the palette.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you want the ore? You want some silk touch?
Well, no. Like when you combine 9 of the ore into a
the
block.
raw block, yeah.
The raw ore block. Yeah, it's
What?
Yeah, it's you can combine the blocks.
What happened,
or the ores
Hypno?
and blocks.
I was up 2 blocks on a pillar, and the silverfish knocked me off. The heck?
Rude.
Maybe
They
they
have,
got
like, a huge
longer
reach.
whiskers in the update.
I wonder if we can use the silverfish to help mine the area. This is definitely more efficient than using a pick. I've just concluded that. How many silverfish
Sounds
can I
completely
get?
reasonable and totally backed by science.
Yep. There's
Where's all
loads
your
popping out
buddies?
all over the place now. It's like an infinite loop. I'm bored.
Hey, well,
Yeah, I don't think silverfish ever ended up being like a great mining technique.
some of the people in my chat wells are asking what kind of mob farm this is going to be.
A big one.
Thanks.
What
I understand
materials are
everything
gonna be
about it
available?
now.
Like a creeper
I
farm
think
or
was
what?
they meant. Like, is it going to be lapis lazuli? What are the walls going to look like?
The walls are going to look like the walls look right now, and it will all be covered. It'll be 4 columns of platforms that have like a water bucket and observers, and they will spawn mobs, and then a redstone clock will trigger the water streams so they all fall to their death, and you can collect tons of bones and string and gunpowder and all that kind of good stuff.
Are you going to
Nice.
separate the zombies?
Yeah, I'll probably just like destroy all the rotten flesh, honestly.
Oh no! You should separate them and convert them into drowns.
Oh, actually, that's
Yeah, because then you get the copper.
I
Where did all
forgot
these
that they're
silverfish
actually
keep coming
useful
from?
now.
Where do they? Well, they come from the rocks.
Well,
Feels
no,
like
no,
when
no,
I mine
understand that.
andesite, I get a bunch of them. It's so weird.
It's like I'm mining, and then all of a sudden they're coming at me from like the side or something. Like I wasn't even mining the block that they're coming from.
Well, there's weird light around you, so I'm breaking blocks nearby. That might be doing it.
Oh. So hashtag blame Xisuma. Got it.
You know, we can blame Xisuma without it being a hashtag hipster thing. I was blaming Xisuma before it was a hipster thing.
Before it was even cool.
Exactly.
People have been blaming me all my life.
Oh no, I fell in a pit. Okay. I guess I'll dig some of this stone.
Are all these blocks getting picked up? I'll admit it hurts to see them despawn.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm
can pick
picking
them
up the ones I can.
You can pick them up, you can despawn them, you can keep them, you can destroy them. I don't really care.
I need so many blocks later on in this season that I want to keep like a fair amount of them.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing is, Wells, if we put blocks in your chest to come back and grab later, like those chests will be there for at least another day, right?
Yeah, I can leave them up for a day or two.
Is that cool? Does that work for UX? So you
Yeah,
can
that
come
might
back
be
and make a
super
few
helpful
trips?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm not gonna need really anything but like the iron and the copper for what I'm building. So any cobble I put up there, you can
Well,
definitely
here's what I'll do. I'll put my shulker boxes away, and I'll periodically just pick stuff up and chuck it up here. Then I'll keep on top of this.
Awesome. Thank you, Wells, for accommodating us.
My pleasure. Thank you for helping me dig a giant hole.
Glad to. We started at level 74, and let's see how far down this ladder goes. We are down to 60, so we've got 14 layers already. And it looks like some of the next few layers are already mostly dug out, too. Dang it.
Right, I'm gonna mute just for a minute and talk to my chat. All right, we've got a whole bunch of noises in the air. Give me a second here. That rhymed. Woohoo! Where do we get to? Boratira93, thank you for the prime. We got T Blue 42 gifting a sub to Sarah Thafe DE. We got Golden TNT MSD 14 here for 54 months. We got the Viking Dane here for 7. Finite God with the prime. Green Saru. Kluich 1976. Oppie Minen MC. The Phone Box 1. Thank you for all those primes. Yellow Harold's here for 63 months. Almost a stack. Thank you so much, my dude. Rust Never Sleeps for 2 months. Morrison Page with the prime. Average Martin for 33 months. Flaro1346 subscribing. Leon XSE here for 2 months. Spammy85. Julia Paula. Oh, I'm butchering that name, aren't I? And lovely Lexi72. Thank you for being lovely and subscribing. Appreciate it. What are you making, says Skill? We're digging a hole for a farm. That's what we're making. How often do you run Clash of the Creators? It's the last Sunday of every month. And I need to start thinking about what we're going to do in the next one as well. Also, I'm going to pick up some... Oh, I want to get that andesite. I want to pick up some smooth stuff as well. And then go get that iron for Joe. Oh, look, there's some more iron for Joe. Okay. So yeah, I got fortune over here. Use Silk Touch for no silverfish. I don't think it works like that. I think Silk Touch does indeed cause problems. Like you don't just get the thing, right? Now one thing I do want for myself is coal, because I haven't set up a farm for fuel yet, and it's actually kind of like low on the priorities list, I feel like. Fast Old Man, thank you for gifting a sub to Techno Peng Win. Appreciate that, appreciate that. Maxim Z, thank you for subscribing with the prime. How are you going to make a zombie villager thing to get cheaper prices? Yeah, I will do that. I potentially might do that in my next episode. We'll see. We'll people see. There's like a whole bunch of different things that I'm juggling, right? And it's just about how much I get done, really, in the length of an episode. Because that's what I'm kind of doing at the moment. My thing is, like, I really like the whole 20-minute format. I like to get a few different projects in, try and mix things up a little bit. And so what I'll aim to do each episode is move about. You know, you'll see a bunch of different things, and it'll last about 20 minutes, and then I kind of conclude it around there. And it's like a nice, manageable pace, which is... I had some comments about, I think I'm, like, you know, air quotes, in the lead on episodes, but it's not a race. And I wanna make sure the quality's good, obviously. But yeah, I pumped out quite a few episodes so far. Quite a few. I mean, I pumped out 4. But it's just me playing. It's just keeping the ball rolling, keeping the things happening, and having fun. And, you know, there's been live streams in between that as well. Okay, we've got noises in the ear from Maya2112 gifting subs to Cheesy Katie, L. Harrod, and Arthur King. Thank you for those gifted subs. Really do appreciate it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just pick up the iron as I find it and then give it to Joe later, because I'm thinking he might not even see this. Does X have an upload schedule? At the moment, I'm uploading when things are done. But I'm also kind of trying to pace it, so it's like 2 days and then an episode. And I'm not going to stress out about that if it doesn't work out. But so far, you know, it just kind of fits the groove. If you made this many episodes, it means you're having fun. Yeah, it's weird, because like some comments are like, oh, X, slow down, don't burn out. It's like, no, don't worry about it, it's fine. This is all good. It's all good over here. Right, I think I'm going to pop back in a second. C-Max says, any thoughts on TFC's apology? I would have said I'll talk about that another time, because we're in a group together, but while I'm actually muted... you know, I accept his apology. I think the merit is in his voice. You can hear genuine sincerity in what he's trying to say. I think maybe some of the words he uses, not the best way to articulate what he's trying to say, but you know, I think his apology was from the heart and meaningful, and I think that's what should count. And I'd also say I went and had a look through the comments as well, and I feel like there is a large majority of people being really reasonable, accepting of his apology, and, you know, willing to move forward, which is a good way to go about things. Try and take things on a good faith argument. There's a small fraction of people... Oh, I've got a cup of tea and I forgot about it. Small fraction of people trying to make it political or exacerbate what's happened, and I really think it's, again, one of those moments where people can take something that's happened and make the worst out of it. Extrapolate things to the extreme, or go in a spurious direction, you know, fueled on by anger or whatever. I think it's always good to like try and be reasonable, try and be fair, not over dramatize. For everyone who's asking in my chat, TFC put out a video just apologizing for some things that he had said 10 years ago. That he had written online and decided to take down as a response to that. And, you know, you should hear it from his own words, but, you know, there you go. I've said what I thought about it. EZ Money says, it's upsetting to see people take things from literally 10 years ago out of spite. Okay, so Easy Money, this is what I'm talking about. You've created the worst out of a situation, because... I saw the discussion around what they found from 10 years ago, and I don't think you can say it was done out of spite. It was brought up that, hey, in fact, I think the original remark on it was quite innocent, like, you know, hey, we found this from 10 years ago, how does TFC feel about it now? And then some people are saying, you know, calm down, it's 10 years ago. Again, like, don't fall into this trap of, like, making the worst out of something. 10 years ago you can say something and still mean it today, and TFC does not hold the same views that he did 10 years ago, and he's come out and explained that to people as people have essentially asked him to do by discussing it. It's really not one of these outrage things. It's not one of these people were screaming this, that, and the other. And so often do situations like this quickly become about these extremified ideas around it. It's all been, to be fair, pretty civil and well handled. Some people brought it up, discussed it, TFC made aware of it and decided to reply to those people. He put out a very heartfelt and sincere apology. Again, maybe not the best wording, but you know, I think he meant it, and that's what counts, really. So please, people, like, you know, reel in those extrapolations to an extreme. This is the stuff that keeps hurting us and keeps creating divides, I think. TFC is an adult. He said what he said, and he can be held accountable, says Royal Panda. And I think he held himself accountable to his own words and apologised to them. And that means something. And so I'm worried when I see these comments about calling it cancel culture, or... And there it is right there. Pyro says accountability culture, cancel culture. No, it's not cancel culture. It's not cancel culture right now. This was brought up by someone who found it, and I don't know how they found it. They didn't suggest they were looking for it. It just seemed like a genuine thing. Hey, I found this. Where does TFC stand on this now? And they wanted to know. Okay, so like, again, try not to assume the worst of like someone went digging and they were sneaking around and then they were angry and shouting and yelling, cancel TFC. It's nothing like that. It has been Dr. Woolly Dool says, but looking for dirt is trying to cancel someone. Don't assume they were looking for dirt. They might have just been browsing the website having a read. You know? Let's not assume the worst and then slip into those cliches of cancel culture and stuff like that. I think the way this has played out has been pretty fair. Someone brought it to light, asked for him to sort of, you know, say where he stands now. He said his piece about it, and you know, I don't think... Here we go. Darth Vader says TFC basically bowed to the mob. No. There was barely a mob. This had been brought to light. I don't think people were banging on his door. He took in the things that had been said, and he replied to them. This is what's... I see it in just so many topics, right? So many topics. Here's this thing that becomes talked about for whatever reason, and then people are just pushing it into these avenues of like the worst possible reason. Someone on this side did this, or someone on that side did that. Maybe on occasions there are good reasons to say so, but like, I've been close to this, and I've seen it play out, and it has been well handled and sincere, I think, on pretty much all sides. And now that people are coming in, they're attaching these presumptions to what's going on and pushing it into these little narratives that keep getting thrown around, you know? Okay. I think we've had enough of that and we should move on, because I want to hang out with my friends here on Hermitcraft and dig a hole. And I thought I would, you know, reply to the couple of people asking in chat, and then I didn't think it would then all of a sudden blow up. If I'd have thought about it first, it's pretty inevitable it would have blown up, because TFC is one of the smaller peeps in the group and has a smaller community. But yeah, just let's respect one another, and let's not try and assume the worst. Let's just leave it there. We'll hop back into the voice chat now. Excuse me. Actually, I'll read a couple more noises in the ear. We've got Scoutcraft UK gifting a sub to Ice Cream Loudly. We've got AOL Dude here for 20 months. More to More here with a Prime. Herminator here for 28 months. I knew Wells would break the blocks below me. Melonfish here for 5. Random Guest 1 here for 7. And Chibi Cats 97 subscribing as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, everyone. Okay, and I'd ask politely now that we just move on in chat, okay? If you want to know, you can go look it up on his channel. And let's just leave it there. Right, I'm gonna go hang out with these hermits.
This is a community project, Wells.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, good, more silverfish.
Yeah, welcome back. Is there another portal at World Spawn?
Yeah, at the egg.
Yes,
It's inside
yes.
the egg.
Oh god, am I gonna sneeze?
The egg.
Yeah, there's there's a egg at World Spawn that Pearl and I built. Pearl designed it. I just kind of helped gather materials and put things places where they got moved around.
Oh, is this the egg? Oh, I see. I see.
I was gonna say there's only one really egg-looking building there.
I just saw a bunch of buildings made out of wood, and I didn't see what you were talking about.
Gotcha.
I do understand it's an egg now.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
the egg might have just been some abstract nickname for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this is our cube. We call it the egg to be funny. You can tell we went to MIT.
Now, did it hatch from a chicken?
Yeah, the building that was here before was the chicken building. This used to be the campus coop.
And
Where
legend
they got
says
the
before that it
cafeteria
was
eggs.
also an egg building. Like every other message is just someone asking what the hole is for. It's inevitable. We should come up with a really great answer for the people that are tuning in.
We could make a whole stream of it.
A whole
Isn't this how you
stream?
mine for Bitcoin? I thought that
It's
we're
to give us
Bitcoin
something
mining.
to do for the whole stream. Oh, we're mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, we're mining for Bitcoin. Isn't this how you do it?
I think this is how. Yeah, I think this is exactly how you do it. Am I making stonks? I think I'm making stonks.
To the moon.
To the moon. I'm stealing this copper. Sorry.
Oh, if
there's
you're talking
more.
to me, no, that's fine. I don't need the.
I
copper.
was just like jumping around, and then I was like, "Ooh, copper!" And then I was like, "Hang on, was Hypno about to mine that?" I'm just jumping in.
I
and
still
pinching it.
remember from like one of the earliest seasons, like I can't remember what it was. We were hanging out or something. It was just like every time you came across iron, like, ooh, iron.
Yep, that was me and Biffa, season 1, right? One of the first few episodes recording together. We're just trying to get some, resources, and I'm like just engrossed in what I'm doing, and every time I'm like, oh, iron, because I'm after it. And Biffa's just like dying and like getting swamped by mobs, and I'm just not paying attention to him.
Ooh, iron.
Yeah. I gotta go watch that episode again sometime. Oh, now I'm wondering. I think that might have literally been because you remember we had actually had like a couple of worlds originally because we had
Right,
like
yeah.
server crashes and stuff. So Hermitcraft season 1 was the 3rd world, I believe. Was that
You know,
sound right?
I know people keep saying that there was 3 original worlds. I remember it crashing one time and us restarting once. I don't remember it happening twice, but like that was forever ago, so who knows?
Are you saying it didn't?
I remember the one hard reset that we needed because
Yeah.
Cube Toast lost our backups. I don't remember that happening more than once.
Yeah, you see, that's what I remember, and somewhere I think I read that it was free, and I got this feeling in my mind like I think there might have been a 3rd, but like hardly anyone had a moment to play on it. Maybe.
There was one point where there was a updated version of Minecraft in like the middle of season 1, where we had to roll back like 12 hours. I don't know if people would count that as a reset, but we did have to roll back 12 hours because we didn't realize that a Mojang provided update had just broken the game.
I wouldn't call a
ruined bunch of
rollback of like 10 hours of a reset. I'd say
No, that's not
Yeah.
a reset.
We've
Okay,
had rollbacks
what I'm saying
on
is
other
if people are
seasons as well.
if people were like, "Oh, you reset 3 times," that might be the 3rd time that they're thinking of. Is what I'm
I
wondering.
get what you're saying.
Like,
Yeah, it
because
could be that.
that's the only way I could figure a 3rd one.
Yeah, we've had to roll back. I think we rolled back in season 2 because of Mumbo. In fact, the 2 times I can think of are both Mumbo. And then I I've had to roll back, like, or let's say I've made some boo-boos when doing administrative stuff, which meant I had to, like, undo some damage, but it never really affected anyone. Yeah, there's been like a couple of rollbacks here and there.
Yeah, I would say a rollback is significantly different than like a reset.
Yeah, the only reason that season 1 was an issue was we didn't realize it had broken a bunch of people's bases until like 6 hours later. So people had already been playing on the server, gotten footage, streamed even before we realized, oh no, we're gonna lose all this progress, but we gotta fix it. Whereas usually, if you screw something up in admin, you notice it as soon as you log in. Nobody plays or gets any recording done.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I'm just trying to think. I think I might have not been around if it were only for like 6 hours.
Yeah, I think it might have been while the UK was asleep. Because like I think it was Americans that lost their progress. Because I was one of them.
I feel like it had to do with some cave spider spawners or something. Is that what you remember?
I don't remember what it was, but it was something where Mojang changed something and like a bunch of blocks disappeared or something. I don't remember the details.
I seem to recall there was like 2 different things that I can remember. There's something about cave spider spawner, like somebody was working on that and like that got all reset or something. And then another one where there was like some weird world chunk border issues.
I'm throwing iron at you, Joe.
I do. I think my favorite reset we had to do, Hypno, this was the one that you had to fix, was one of the Hermitcraft Feed the Beast worlds.
I know what you're talking about. Already.
There was this thing where it's like, oh, you can light a fire that converts nether brick, or sorry, not nether rack to ice blocks. It was like in one of the magic mods. But I didn't know that the fire spread. And so this fire is burning through the nether and it's completely killing the server's tick rate and it's everywhere and I'm frantically flying around trying to extinguish it everywhere I can find it, but it's just going through every tunnel, just completely just washing through the nether like unstoppable wave. And it wasn't that we had to like, oh no, we can't have the nether ruined, we have to roll back. It was like, this is not gonna let the CPU of the server
for whatever
be
reason, even with nobody in the nether, it was like still loading the chunks and still going. Like it was the weirdest thing.
That was so embarrassing because I'm just like, because you know I'm like always kind of the FTB or modded noob on the server, but that's the first time that like I really ruined it for everybody, and I was like, oh no.
To be fair, I wouldn't say that's your fault. It's the fault of the pack creators for leaving that in there.
Yeah.
Or just the mod author.
Bad
like,
design.
Yeah, the whole idea of what that does to the nether is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Somebody in my chat says, is there...
Oh, did you cut out, Joe? I remember, I don't think it was a Hermitcraft thing. I think it might have been one of my own modded servers, but... there was like this sapling and someone on stream was like, you should grow it, and I did, and it made the most enormous tree, like a full sky-filling tree right where we were at.
I know. It was those rubber trees, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the sacred rubber tree?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about right now. The glowing sacred one. There's 2 different types.
Yeah, that thing was ridiculous.
I kind of miss us having modded seasons kind of going alongside what we do here. I feel like
we
the
haven't
quality
done one in forever.
The quality of what we do is so much better now than, like, it was so much more casual back then that it was kind of easy just to play in 2 worlds at once, whereas now it feels like, at least for me, it's like you put it all into one world.
Okay, yeah, I found that video. It was in 2015,
Hey, bro.
the FTB
I have a pic
Infinity
for you.
series,
Oh, good. Is it up there?
and called
Hello.
A Nether Disaster.
So it's called a Never Disaster.
Yes, A Nether Disaster. It's like a play on Another Disaster.
Ah, got
But-
it.
I think I called my video When Hell Freezes Over. I thought that just seemed fitting at the time.
Yeah, that's way better. I had a new baby, and I wasn't good at naming things. Like, Well, I'm happy with the baby's name, but we picked that before the baby fell asleep, or
Interesting
before the baby
timing there.
refused to
There you
sleep.
go.
Thank you. All right, get mine in.
Have you explored this mine shaft down here, Wells?
Yep.
I'm just
Should
collecting all
pretty
the
much
coal.
all be lit up as well.
Oh,
We'll go ahead and start chopping down the wood portion.
Go for it. So Pearl, we're going down to Y level 37.
37. All right. Well, you're almost there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
coming in-
I'm
I'm
just
coming
going
at the
below
end.
37.
Yeah, we got like just a few more layers left, but then there's another hole that needs to be dug afterwards. So
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm right at 37 right now. Another hole? I thought we came here to dig one hole.
well, I
I've
mean,
been
while you're here
chipped.
already,
While you're in the digging mood,
Go on. So what was your favourite modded season, Hypno?
my favorite modded season, with like the Hermitcraft crew.
I'll tell you what,
I-
just
I-
in general, what's the best like modded playthrough you've done or had most fun with?
Oh man, like if you're gonna talk about the best one that I've had, like my experience is gonna be far different than like most people because I did it for so long. I really enjoyed like the expert mod packs that are really grindy and that are really take a long time to do. But I'm sure a lot of people don't like that kind of stuff, like to play themselves.
Do you remember there was a modding thing called, it was named after someone and all it did, Greg Tech?
Yeah, I remember Greg Tech.
Yeah, I played a mod pack, Technical Beast with Raven's Child, and we, as a team, like 4 of us, I think, coordinated crafting to make a solar panel, and we just spent like an hour moving items around and crafting, and it
Yeah.
was just so silly.
Yeah,
Yep, that was
Greg
Greg
Tech can get a little intense.
Oh, you know what?
I got more
I
iron for
was
you, Joe.
hanging out. Say again?
I'm throwing iron on your head.
Oh, thank you. You know, I was hanging out with Kojo on Saturday. He's doing his Love Weekends thing, and they added that create mod to their server, and it was the first time I got to play with it. I was shocked at how good the tutorial stuff is in that,
Yeah.
where you can ponder things, and it's like, oh my gosh. One of the folks there mentioned the create mod people are trying to take that part of the code and compartmentalize it into like an open source library that other mods can use to show off how stuff works in their mods.
That's really
And
cool.
I am super excited to get back into modded now that I know that it's not all looking at wikis anymore, because that was always kind of a drag jumping back and forth between windows, you know, when you don't know the mod.
Joe, later in the year, I want to do a create thing again.
Yes,
And, you
sign
know,
me up.
Mumbo, Tango, Zedaf have all played it. Have you played it much, Hypno?
I have not played any of the create mod.
It's much more of a redstoner type mod pack. Like you're gonna it's like building little contraptions.
The cool thing about it is it lets you do things like rotate. You can combine blocks with super glue to make structures.
Yeah.
So for example, Direwolf had been on their server and he made a 9x9 cube house that he stuck all the blocks together with super glue, and then he put them on a turntable underneath the house, so the house would just rotate in over time in the game. And it's just like, you can just have a spinning house in Minecraft. I mean, you could actually do practical things with it too, but I've never seen a spinning house in Minecraft before. It blew my mind.
I don't think I've ever seen a spinning house either. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, now that I think of it, I haven't seen a spinning house like in real life either. Yeah. I was like, unlike in real life where you could just do that. It's like, no, why would you?
I bet there's a spinning house somewhere.
You know, there's spinning restaurants. There's rotating
Exactly.
restaurants.
Exactly.
There used to be one in Nashville. Technically, it's still on top of that building, but it doesn't spin anymore because they renovated it. And they're just like, you know, people will come up here for the view even if the restaurant doesn't spin, because it's on top of a skyscraper. So why spend all the money making it spin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but like I'm sad I didn't get to go to this restaurant when it worked as a spinning restaurant.
It's a novel use of energy. There's a spinning house in Holland, according to my chat.
Well,
A
they would
spinning
know.
house in Holland.
I wonder if it's also a windmill.
Yeah, maybe the Hollish word for windmill is spinning house. Maybe they're pulling our leg.
There are houses turning with the sun to use its energy most optimal. That's interesting. I wonder if the power of the sun that it's getting its energy from is the same power that moves the house, because...
Well, that's the thing is it would have to be like to even out. It would have to be easier or less effort to move the house than to not move the house, right?
Yes, yeah. That's so interesting. I'm gonna go down a YouTube rabbit hole of houses that move now.
Here it goes.
Oh well. It was fun talking to you, Xisuma. Bye.
I'm not gonna do it right now. God, that would be
okay,
rude. I mean, I'm
okay.
streaming.
Well,
God.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes something just catches your eye and it's like, well, okay, catch you later.
Peace out. We need a few more ladders here. We no longer have a way to reach the ladder.
I got you.
I've got more iron for you, Joe.
Ah, thank you, X. Appreciate
Oh, a lot apparently. I've been busy.
it. Woo.
Is this the right level here?
People are coming over
Yes.
from
Yes.
your chat to
This
yell
is.
at me that their word is Dutch, not Hollish. And I know that, but it's so much. Okay, you got to keep in mind this is improvisational comedy. We're gonna sometimes say the wrong word on purpose.
You were just trying to make it fit the theme of the stream.
Yeah, I was trying to make this a whole thing by talking about Holish.
Motadotta says, "What are the hermits building? We're building a mountain today, so we just needed to get some blocks from somewhere first."
We put it in reverse first.
Is this an inverted mountain?
That's exactly what it is.
Somebody says, I'm watching all 4 of your streams at once and the echo is unreal. You can mute 3 of the streams if you like. That is an option you have.
Maybe they like the echo. Embrace the chaos.
Yeah, they're like, it makes me feel like I'm really in a chasm with y'all. Just hearing your voices bounce around off the stone. It's authentic.
So what are we doing at this level? Are we
Torches, I
flattening
think.
everything here?
Yes, for now.
Yeah, so this is the mold that we're gonna pour the molten mountain into. Then after it cools, we'll flip it over and dump it out.
Could use that create mod to rotate it.
When a mama mountain and a daddy mountain love each other very much.
The tectonic plates really start shifting. if you know
We
what I
did
mean.
it!
Look at that.
I love how
That was-
fast you are, Joe. Compared to me, my brain was like tectonic plates, and then it was just like pure silence.
See, the thing is, though, I was back. I was like past that, but I had to back up because that was the best thing I get. Because I got to when the tectonic plates are shifting, don't come, and then I was like, okay, I don't have a good rhyme quick enough. We're just gonna go with the tectonic plates. It's fine.
So how much Red Bull have you drunk today?
All right, we have a hole. This, honestly,
It's a very nice
took
hole.
us about an hour, and this would have taken me like an entire day.
Yay, hermits!
Yay! We did
teamwork.
it!
You want to dig another hole?
I mean, we could. Do we have any other pressing things to do?
I
We
mean,
could grow a lot of big trees and see how long it takes for somebody to get disconnected.
yeah, we could try and get Mumbo kicked off the server with tree growth.
That might also backfire in ways we don't want.
Yeah, that could get us kicked off the server. Oh no.
So what's this other hole you want digging?
The other hole consists of 2 parts. Here, follow me. I'll have to move the beacon. Over this way somewhere.
Ooh, you got ice off the shore.
Yep.
It's quite a nice sight.
There we go. You can see it from here.
You really torched up the place.
Oh yeah, the whole island is spawn-proof now.
Oh, nice.
What's with the square over there?
That is 4 slime chunks in a row.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you could do something interesting with that.
So that's where the second hole is going to be.
Do we have to fill it in first or something?
Yep, we're going to have to fill it in with sand and then dig
I'll
it
grab
all the
some
way
of
down
that
to
gravel
bedrock.
because we just dug out a ton of gravel.
Yeah, gravel
Unless
would work too.
You've got some sand already.
Do you have any sponges or anything?
I wish. Yeah,
Don't you
gravel...
guys just like love
I have a
way to go.
bucket.
changing the terrain of Minecraft? Like,
Mhm.
I always find it super satisfying when you like, you look at this like an ocean monument, and it's like, I'm gonna clear that out, and then off to work you get.
Oh yeah, sometimes I like to go load up the empty seed, like when we're further into the season, and just see how much we got done. You know, because it's like, oh yeah, wow, there wasn't even land there. I'd forgotten that was ocean. You know, it's just a huge contrast.
Yeah, it's super cool to see it change over time.
I think I can pretty confidently say that we don't have nearly enough gravel.
Do we
in
need to
all
go
of
to
You've
the
got like
these
five
things.
stacks. Have you got
do we need-
sponges?
No,
I don't have any sponges. I wish I did.
we can
I
go to
think
the
I got enough
sand
to get
mining
started.
desert.
We can always do it in small sections as well.
Or I suppose we could also just make a trip to the desert,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, big
load up
mining
a bunch of
things are-
shulker boxes, and then, you know,
Yeah,
something like that. I need to repair my pickaxe and stuff anyway.
I actually don't know where the mining desert is, so this will be educational
I
for me.
can lead you the way, and then it'll be an opportunity to signpost the way there as well.
Wells, do you have extra food? I've burned through all my food.
I do have extra food.
Thank you.
Does anyone else need extra food? I'll take that as a no.
I was muted. I said I had plenty.
Oh, whoa! This is a nice basement, Wells.
Why, thank you.
I mean, you know, I might have like a couch and maybe a wet bar, but like,
dang.
there's a wet bar. Okay, so yeah, you just need a couch and you're set. This is.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, let me grab it instead of walking away and looking at your stuff. Thank you.
This is a nice basement. I like it. I like the storage room.
Thank you. I'm one of those people that needs to be organized from like day one, because as soon as it becomes a chest monster, like it will remain a chest monster forever.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even started on my starter house. That's my episode 4 maybe. I just have some chests in an open spot on top of a hill.
Apparently, Cub has sponges if we really need them. He might lend us. My chat is just informing me.
That would be wonderful.
I mean, that's also assuming he's awake or around.
I mean, realistically, I'm gonna need a ton of sand anyway, so like mining a
anyone got
bunch of
sign?
sand.
Has anyone got signs with them?
No, I didn't bring him because I thought we weren't doing the signposting.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, it's just down here.
Okay. Well, and now that at least the 4 of us will know where it is, like somebody can come back and put better labels later.
Oh, apparently Cub only has like only 5 sponges.
Yeah, I think at this scale we'd be better off just graveling.
Yeah,
and sanding.
I agree.
Oh, sorry.
You hit me.
I
Did
did.
we lose
You did
Pearl?
run in front of me.
I can never forgive you for this.
Yeah, I think we did lose Pearl. Is she still in the group?
Pearl, are you alive?
Sorry. Hold the
Deja vu for a moment there.
I was worried about
Wait, what?
From yesterday.
I'm good.
Is this
From
Xisuma?
yesterday?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, shout
Oh.
loudly
Now you
if you're dead.
Yeah, this is the way. And
Wait,
then
okay.
this first, right, you go through the portal, not through it, but beyond it. The first right is the mining desert, and the second right, just up at the end of that corridor, will take you to the mesa.
Oh, okay, thank you. So this does have some signage.
Yeah, I just put them down for me near my base kind of thing. I didn't really think about signposting it for anyone else in the area. But yeah, this season's Nether Hub. We haven't decided on anything. I like the idea of doing a patchwork, but I was thinking with the current like tunnel system, I was picturing it in my mind as looking like a like the London Underground tube map or something like that.
Maybe. Like, I figure, uh-oh. Hypno was slain by an Enderman.
Whoa! How did that happen, Hypno?
I'm guessing the experience farm. Maybe stop by there.
Oh.
No, the Enderman Farm is like completely safe unless you like crouch and physically make an effort to go into the killing chamber.
No, another man got me.
But how? We were in the you were in the tunnel with us.
I tried telling you guys that I was going back to my base to drop some stuff off, but I was muted and I didn't want to interrupt because you guys were talking.
Ah, you were being polite.
And I wasn't paying attention to where I was looking. I looked directly at an Enderman.
Do you need help getting your stuff?
Ouch.
No, it's just in my tunnel. I just need to get back
Okay,
there.
cool. Someone in my
Yeah,
chat
apparently I
says,
spawned in like underneath the spawn egg and I was trapped in like some fence posts, by the way.
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna have to go troubleshoot that. Because yeah, that's technically partially my responsibility. Although Pearl added a bunch of stuff that I haven't had the chance to show on camera yet. Well, I showed it on streams.
Either.
Yeah, I showed it on streams, but it didn't really fit the narrative of my episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm trying to be a little bit more focused with my editing, because it used to just be like, oh, here's whatever I did between the last recording and this moment. But like, I'm always all over the place with like 3 projects going at once, and I'm like, what if I just try to record these in such a way that I can do one episode for one project, then one episode for the next, and yeah.
I always try and mix it up. I try and like to get 3 different things into each episode, essentially.
Yeah, maybe that works better because you've been full-time longer and you've had more time to dedicate to this. Like, you can put in a good amount of progress on every project.
Yeah.
But my problem was I wasn't able to get enough recording hours in, even though I'm like technically full-time since I quit my day job last summer. Like, helping my daughter with virtual school and stuff, I just wasn't able to get the hours on the server during the school year. Now Nashville's having all the kids go back in person this fall, so I'll have a lot more hours this fall, and over the summer she's currently staying with the other half of the family, so I've got some more free time. So yeah, maybe I should go back to mixing it up a little bit with the extra hours and see if I get a better result. Thank you, X.
No problem. I think there's also something to be said about like figuring out your own thing as well, right? Like, because it works for me, but like you might have something else that clicks better with your audience, if you know what I mean. Like you got the comedy thing down, right? And let's say you made like Joe's little comedy section, where every episode there's like a 1-minute comedy skit or something, and then you sort of put it at the end of the episode, so people always know to like, you know, watch through and catch it at the end, and it's like a hook. Like that could be something that could work, right?
Maybe. Like, what worries me about trying to concentrate the jokes is that like a lot of my humor is very organic and responsive to whatever's happening around me.
Yeah.
And so like if I'm just standing in a room for that minute on a stage, Am I making jokes about
Well,
that room?
My
Like-
example was less about the idea itself and more just that, like, hey, this worked for me. Like, I found that, like, sort of moving my episodes around, so, because, you know, back in, like, season 2 or whatever, it was just incredibly linear. It would always just be, here's what I'm doing 1 minute to the next. And then I started to think about, what am I actually going to do and how should I structure it? And then I felt like I found a groove where I'll go into an episode knowing that I'm going to do multiple things, and I'll sort of string them together in a fun way. And that works for me. And, like, so what I'm getting at is more like, if you think things through and experiment and try stuff, you might find, like, this formula that works for you. You might find this thing that you've got that no one else has, you know?
Yeah, that makes
as opposed
sense.
to doing it the way I do. Like, that might not work for you, but yeah. It's just about, like, thinking it through.
Yeah, and this is the first season that I'm really trying to do like one project per episode, or like fit the whole, or as much of a project into an episode as possible, rather than jump in between several. And so, like I said, I might not stick with it, but I'm hoping I learn from that, like what works and doesn't work with my rhythms, and
Yeah.
and then I'll keep experimenting.
One thing I think does work from doing one project in an episode is that you can take a more SEO angle on it, especially if you're doing a farm, which is something that I've experimented with in the past, like very deliberately setting up the episode. So not only is it an episode, but it's sort of also a tutorial, and then it hits all of those buzzwords as well, and on occasion that's like let some of the videos have a bit of an evergreen effect, you know?
I just did that with the Enderman Farm video.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I have actually done that not with farm videos, but with my fan fiction writing videos, where like, so technically they take place on Hermitcraft because I'm writing in Minecraft books. But there was one I did for Halloween a few years back called "Minecraft is Dead." Because that was like the catchphrase on YouTube or whatever.
I
at the
remember
time.
that, yeah.
And so, yeah, I had this episode of, and it was like about like some sort of like weird time loop where Minecraft kept dying, and Doctor Who was there, and just like as many dumb things as I could mash in. When I do those fan fiction writing episodes, they're always just like as bizarre as I can make them, throwing in things that don't work together. But like I frame it like it's a writing tutorial. But like it's all terrible advice about writing that I'm incorporating into this, and those are always so fun to do. I've been doing those since season 1, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, and the nice thing about those is somebody could show that to their friend who doesn't know anything about Hermitcraft, but as long as their friend is like relatively up on pop culture, and they would still get it, you know?
Yeah. It's like a nice overlap.
Yeah. Somebody says, did he just call Doctor Who a dumb thing? I'm saying combining Doctor Who with other pop culture references in the way that I did is a very dumb thing. It's not a good example of writing, but that's the joke, is that I'm so excited about teaching people how to write fan fiction, but I'm teaching them the worst possible habits. And
I'm going to... I'm heading back to Wells. I'm going to start putting down some sand over there. And then I'm going to nip to the toilet and mute and chat with my audience for a minute.
sounds good.
Sounds
in a
good.
minute when I get there.
I'm gonna run to the
Actually,
Enderman
I'll
Farm.
mute now.
I have about 2 shulker boxes worth of sand.
Alright, chat. It's just you and me now. Right as we last concluded chatting together, a slice of quiche, or quiche, it's probably actually... Oh, do you know what? I was going to make a quiche a while back, but the pastry dish that you put the quiche in was like 1,000 calories. And it's all wheat and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I think I'll pass actually. But quiches sound kind of nice. Like, it's like made with eggs, right? I love my eggs. Yeah, Cheers and Bits here saying, let's shift gears. What's your favourite Killing Joke song? Now, I'm very bad at remembering, you know, give me a band, unless they're like, you know, super dear to my heart, like Metallica or Dimmu or something, it's, you know, it doesn't pop straight to mind. But with Killing Joke, it does. My favourite song is probably Tension. And the bass goes. I think that's the Tension song. I really like that one. And then This Is Madness as well. The Tension and This Is Madness are probably my 2 favourite songs. And Blood Like Blood. and maybe Pandemonium in there as well. And I feel like I really liked a lot of their stuff off of their latest record, which was actually like 6 years ago now. There's some other hooks and stuff. Also, the first song's probably got the first album's probably got a few classics. Like, did they have a song called Warpaint? Dang. But yeah, there's some songs that come to mind. Also, 80s. Living in the 80s. Sounds like Nirvana. Sounds like Come As You Are by Nirvana. Alright. Count Rustoff. Thank you for the Prime. Photon Infinity. Rob Hood 96. RJB Smiley. Farfella 51. Eglium for 2 months. Snelliot. Spot Null. It's R2 Gaming 3 months. And JR Boater Chair. All with the Primes. So many Prime subscriptions. That's right, peeps. Take that money away from Amazon. Make them pay. Make Amazon pay by using your Prime subscription. Otherwise, you know, they don't have to pay for it, do they? I find that sentiment of Joe's, or was it Wells's, rather amusing. There's a lot of slime chunks next to each other, says Serena. If you have a look at slime chunk maps... Oh, there you go, they're on it. If you have a look at slime chunk maps, you can see it's quite common to actually get a bunch of those like near each other, but 4 in a row I don't really remember seeing very often, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, peeps, I'm gonna just log out for a minute as I nip to loot. I'll be right back. Actually, I won't. I just realised I can leave you entertained. Okay. I can leave you entertained if I do this.
Bye.
Yeah, the terrifying realization is we are the authorities, Pearl.
Okay, so could I rely on you guys to handle the situation then?
No, I mean you as well. Like
Me? No.
yeah, yeah. Like
I'm
like
just an
people are
innocent
like,
person.
oh, if there's a problem, you guys go to Xisuma, right? And I'm just like looking at him like Anakin, and they're like, you go to Xisuma, right?
Right?
Thanks for all the sand, Pearl. This is great. I'm like a human Roomba.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
Impulse.
Just collecting all the sand.
I'm just following her and picking up the sand and keeping it for myself. What are we doing here?
Oh, it's we're digging some sand for wells, and we're filling up a hole, and then we're digging that out again because we're going to be draining part of the ocean.
You remember when I came to visit you and you had just finished like digging out the slime farm and then found out that I had a beacon?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You remember when I mentioned that there's a quad slime chunk next to my base?
Uh-huh.
That's what we're doing.
And there's water that you need the sand to get rid of,
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's hot
slime chunks in
ocean.
the ocean.
Oh man. Okay. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, the good news is it's like just off
full,
the
it's
shore,
full.
so most of it's pretty shallow.
Okay. Cool.
There's only like roughly one chunk of it that's actually like somewhat deep.
Is there gonna be like 3 competing slime shops 2 weeks into the season? Is that what's gonna happen?
Maybe.
Well,
I'm gonna
no,
make my
'cause
own
we're
slime
3
farm,
weeks into
too.
the season now, so we know for a fact that didn't happen.
Oh no.
Hey, Impulse.
Hey X, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, thanks. Just floating
Luckily, I
out
got
here in
some
the ocean,
shulkers.
placing sand.
Got some new shulker boxes this morning. Did a little in-city raiding.
Oh, nice.
Gosh.
I
You
got
guys
super
getting all
lucky.
fancy with your end stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When I went to the end, I found like 2. I think I got 2 elytras out of the 3 end cities that I visit. I followed someone else's paths, and it looked like they just went straight past like 2 or 3 end cities without noticing them. And then on my way out, I found like another 3 or 4 end cities, and they all had the elytra wing thing. So
I was
got
only going for wings, so like
Yeah.
I left a ton of shulkers behind, and I probably did miss a few. Could have been me. I think XP
yeah, maybe.
XP yesterday was also doing some N-City raiding too, so who knows?
I just got so lucky on the way out. Like I only went there just to get like, you know, a wings and backup pair, and then came out with like 5, I think.
Yeah, I saw Green talking about like no end cities near the portal, so I fought the dragon again and just opened up a new portal.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
And I think I headed west. I think.
So do we have like north and west that are
So
related?
yeah, I think if you go south from it, you might be pretty good at finding some cities that haven't been touched.
Okay. Time to
I'm
open the
gonna
portal then.
relocate the beacon.
We're doing this without sponges, right?
Correct.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna drop this off and then I'm gonna be off, I think.
No worries.
Okay.
Well, thanks for
Alright.
coming out.
Just make sure you return my pick.
Yes, absolutely. I'm coming back to your spot now. Let me see. Back this way.
When I drain the water underneath my season 7 base, I listen to 3 audiobooks, by the way. Just to let you know. Wells.
3.
Anything good you
Oh
recommend?
my gosh.
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey Green Lights was really good because I did the audiobook, right? So it was actually him reading it, and Matthew McConaughey is one heck of a character. Like, I love that dude after listening to his book.
I bet. That sounds awesome.
Do you know what, the
Yeah.
last book I listened to was an autobiographical, and I've hardly ever listened to them, and I found it so fascinating. Is it like life stories? His book.
Yeah. He was telling basically how he came up and how he got into Hollywood, and he did some interesting things as a teenager. Like, he spent some time. What's a program called when you go to another country? Like, you swap. Or whatever.
Exchange?
Student?
Foreign
Yeah,
exchange?
exchange student. Yeah, he did like foreign exchange student. And he went to Australia and he lived with some very interesting families in Australia. Hopefully not Pearl's family. No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't have
was
any
good.
exchange students last I know of.
Okay. No, he had some great stories, and like just his upbringing from his parents was definitely different, and he had some interesting things to say about the way he was raised and stuff. So it was really cool.
I think I might give that a listen. I was like looking for another autobiographical book to kind of check out, and he's got a really cool voice as well, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's great to listen to, and it did have a message behind it. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, here's how I got here. It was like him taking risks and things like that, and seeing like, he called them green lights, like indications that he should follow a certain path, and by doing so obviously led to where he's at today, which is, you know, obviously super successful. And so he kind of encourages people to look for those kind of signs that life will put in front of you and to follow them.
Do you want to know what my sign was?
Absolutely. What was it?
It was a bunch of blocks in a weird computer game. I'm not even joking. As you all know.
It's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, maybe that the inspiration from that book led to me making the recent decision I made.
Oh,
Congrats
knows?
on that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. We've been off to an incredible start. my stream this morning was just insane. It was awesome.
yes.
That is wonderful news.
Did you announce this? I know you sort of told us internally at one point. So is this now all public? Obviously.
Yeah, it's public. So in the video I released this morning, I kind of mentioned that I'm doing this, you know, kind of trial run for the next 8 weeks to see what happens, and yeah, there was a lot of encouragement that I should continue past the 8 weeks. I'll just say that.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
thank you.
Yeah, and I gotta
Pretty
say,
bad,
like,
boy.
especially with kids, like, I mean, I only have the one, but juggling full-time job, YouTube, and family time was always a real challenge for me. And so being able to make my own schedule, I'm probably still working almost the same number of hours, but not quite. But I can decide when I work to some degree, you know?
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I can make sure that, you know, I get the opportunities to do stuff when my kid needs it, you know? It works.
Yeah, the flexibility of being your own boss is just an awesome thing. At the same time, you got that added stress of, oh, I'm not working, therefore I'm losing out on something.
Yeah,
right?
dude, be careful with that one. Like, that's a very good thing to bring up because you can overwork yourself quite easily.
Yeah, fear of burnout is definitely something that I have in mind, and I will keep an eye on. I'm pretty good at scheduling my time, and as long as I can stick to the schedule without feeling any kind of burnout, I think I'll be all right.
I mean, realistically, you're less likely to burn out doing just YouTube than you are juggling
think
YouTube
so.
and another
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like, I think a lot of the people who do burn out when they go full time on YouTube don't have a family to anchor them. Like, your family will let you know if you're disappearing, in a
Yeah.
way that somebody who's like living alone, they go from hanging out in an office with their coworkers every day to never talking to anybody and just recording in their apartment. That's where the problems are.
Yeah, that's one thing I made sure to do is I actually baked in family time into my schedule. So, I have my like I just took an hour lunch break and I spent that time with my family.
Awesome.
So, that's hopefully going to keep me grounded with the whole thing. We'll see.
I think you'll figure it out, man. I think you'll be great at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. Like I didn't even sleep that great last night because I was just so excited to wake up and get going.
I couldn't sleep last night either. I woke up and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream and then I'm gonna raid Impulse as a surprise for his first sabbatical stream. But I didn't understand. I was too tired to read the time zone chart right, and so I accidentally started 4 hours before your stream instead of 2 hours like I planned. So sorry for not raiding you today.
Dude, I mean, I appreciate the thought. That's amazing.
I'm gonna try and get you another time. But yeah, I was just looking at it and I was like, I can't go for 4 hours. I've screwed this up.
All good, dude. All good.
So I'm thinking that we sandify this box and then we call it a successful hermit helping hermits.
Sounds good. I got a couple shulker boxes I'll bring your way as well that I filled up just now.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna head out of here. I need an early night. I've had a couple of nights of short, not enough sleep.
Fair enough.
So I'm
Thanks for
looking
helping,
to
X.
promptly go to bed today, which reminds me I was going to wrap this thing up at 5:30.
All right, rest well, man.
Thanks.
Bye,
Yeah, I'll
X.
hop out of here then. I'll still be loitering in the area for a moment as I say goodbye to my
Sounds
chat.
good.
Okay,
Alright, X,
cool.
we'll see you later, dude.
See everyone.
I'll stick
Bye-bye.
around for a bit.
Xisuma, you should use torches to remove sand properly. That is actually a really good idea. And I feel like if I do that a little bit now, someone else will come along and see the torches and be like, ah. Also, you got to dig this down further. We had noises in the... Oh, we had a raid from Music Man. Dude, thank you so much. So much. Appreciate it. I am not listening to your music today on this stream because I knew that I was going to be distracted chatting with the other hermits and I really wanted to like focus on it. But I got to listen to the whole album today in the morning and it was awesome. And I'm so stoked to be able to stream it and share it. I love it. Like Jazz Hop. It's got some other elements in there as well, which I really like. But we used to stream this artist called Bureaucratic, who did Jazz Hop. And I've just kind of realised I know another Jazz Hop artist now. And I've never thought, oh dang, I need to send out an email. I know someone who might be up for letting me use their music. Why have I never thought to reach out to them before? Anyway. Yeah, I really loved Jazz Hop vibes. And yeah, so stoked to be able to stream some of those. So Music Man, if you're still there, thank you ever so much for the raid. I apologise for missing that. We're all having a chat, not looking at chat. Ash Kravon, thank you for the Prime. Mab 201293. B Ocelot. Ja 2009. Zoink 66 and A Dog 0415. Thank you so much for your primes. Appreciate it. Ever so much. What is Jazz Hop? X, says B Classic. Alright, it's education time with X. Okay? Jazz Hop is like hip hop with a focus on more jazzy, soulful sounds, right? And a record you should go and listen to is by a tribe called Quest called The Low End Theory. That album is probably like one of the first sort of things you could point at and go, you could stylistically diverge here and call it Jazz Hop. Jazz Hop today is a little more evolved and fleshed out, a little more colourful and chilled out as well. There is an artist from Japan called Nujabes who just totally like sort of reinvented Jazz Hop and gave it like everything it's got today. So check out The Low End Theory by A Tribe Called Quest. Listen to it with the bass turned up. And if you want more, Nujabes is really like a really beautiful stylistic exploration of where jazz hop could go. And the first couple of Nujabes albums are just absolutely wonderful. Especially if you love hip hop. Like, totally worth a listen. Tracington01, thank you for 3 months. Titan9602, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. I need to actually sort of start wandering back now, I think. Let's drop off some sand for the others. I'm going to keep a little bit of this because I need to make some glass probably. And we had Spot Null here with a donation as well, saying, love the Hermits, love what you guys are doing, keep up the greatness, and thanks for the great entertainment. Appreciate it. While we wander back here, I'll read a few more from chat. Ice Pixes, don't forget Gangstar. Yeah, I don't really consider Gangstar jazz hop, but definitely on that spectrum. Well, you know, to be fair, I would say that they are jazz hop in a way, but like, to me, just not as obviously, right? It's a little more subtle. Also, Guru of Gangstar went solo and did some really cool jazz hop records. They're cool as well. Rest in beats. It's a great way of putting it. So, sounds like fusion jazz genre. Philipop, it is not like fusion jazz at all. Fusion jazz is more progressive rock meets sort of acid jazz type music. Yeah, it's, you know, it's way more hip hop with a sort of jazz flavor because it samples stuff from jazz. Will you review Tyler's latest album? Is it out? Like, my notification system hasn't told me anything about a new Tyler record. I know there's a single out. I can't wait to listen to it. Can't wait to listen to that. That's going to be a cracking record. October 12. Here are the cheers and bits. I absolutely love the Nujabes. Been listening to them for a solid decade now. Love that you listen to them too. Yeah, it's been about that for me. Maybe more than a decade. I probably started listening to Nujabes about 11, 12 years ago, I think. Roughly when I found out about them. Oh, the new Tyler album is out. Well, there's another one. I'm going to buy that immediately tomorrow morning. I'm just buying that one straight away. The last two are just so good. Mechanatona, thank you for 4 months. Bunny Rolls, thank you for the Prime. How similar is fusion jazz to ska? I would say really quite different. Like, in so many different dimensions. Instruments, timbre, tone, aesthetics, rhythm, they're all quite different. So jazz hop is like new jazz with rapping on top. It's like 90s hip hop, right? With that bit of boom bap, that sort of smoothness to it, with an emphasis on the jazz, right? So you'll hear more jazzy instruments like saxophones and trumpets being sampled, looking for sort of smoother kind of vibes. And then it evolved into something a lot more like fleshed out in that direction with time. Initially it was a bit more grounded. Anyway, like I said, those two artists, those two records, probably a really great way to find your way into it all, you know. Did we just get another one? No, I think the noises are catching up. Probably because loads of peeps are hitting the follow button. Thank you for hitting the follow button, everyone. There's been loads of those coming in. It's great to have loads of new people joining us. We hit 500,000 the other day. I am slightly curious. Oh, it doesn't actually tell me anywhere when I look at my own page. I think I disabled that so I could see other metrics. Oh, whatever. You know, it's probably gone up. But thank you so much for the tremendous support, peeps. What we'll do is we'll do a raid on one of the other hermits, obviously. Let's go raid Hypno. We'll send you over to Hypno today. Obviously, Joe and Wells are streaming as well. Wow, 513k. Dang! 13,000 new follows in it. Of what is going on? This is crazy right here. Massive thank you, everyone. Let's get that end screen up. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. Thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you for all the peeps gifting subs. You can now go ahead and raid. I also have no idea when I'm streaming next, other than next Monday. So watch out on Twitter, and I'll announce when I'm next streaming. Anyway, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye.